Put me on. I'm not good at goodbyes. I'm good at hellos. Hello, everybody. You're listening to 98.5 WNUW. It's Thursday night. The time is 5:01 and 27 seconds. We're live from the radio room here on Newman's campus. Thursday night lineup time, baby. My name's Owen. Across from me is Noah. How's your week been, Noah?
My week's been pretty good. A lot of stuff. Been very busy this week, but I've been pretty good. How about you, Owen?
It's been all right. I keep throwing up in the morning. I might be pregnant. Obviously, I'm not pregnant. Just kidding, because boys can't get pregnant. But I'm saying I keep getting sick in the morning. I don't know what's going on. I've been nauseous the last couple of days, but I've been dealing with it. I fight through it.
Yeah.
Get my work done. Do what I got to do. Watch football, of course.
Yes.
That's really, really important. So, we have some Thursday night football tonight, but that's not really the focus of the show. The focus of the show is to bring you fantasy football updates. We'll start off with the booms and the busts. Who was booming, who was busting last week. Now, I know that there were some performances that were so pitiful, fans were left crying. I love when the cameramen, the camera crews, live TV sets, they get to pan to the upset fans and the angry fans, and you see they pay all the money to be there, because fans in America, we're just consumers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In places like Europe, they really, really get into it, and they throw flares in the crowd, and they have crowd chants, and they have organized banners and stuff, flags and stuff that they hold up to make certain outlines in the crowd. We don't do that here. We just pay hundreds of dollars and then drink overpriced beer because
football.
Joke. Yeah, it's not just football. It's all the sports. But one thing that I saw was a lot of crying in the stands. There was a lot of poor performances this weekend. We'll start with the bust this week.
Ooh.
Usually we start with the booms, but I don't want to. There's been a lot of turmoil in ATL Jacob. The Atlanta Falcons organization, they have some injuries, but they also have Kyle Pitts going for 3 points. He had 2 catches in a game that went to OT against a division rival. And that is pretty ridiculous. I'm just going to name some names of people that went in the Kyle Pitts draft after him. Jamar Chase, Rashawn Slater, right?
Yeah.
Penny Sewell. So
yeah.
It's pretty crazy. The list goes on and on. There's many other players in that draft that was stacked. But, Kyle Pitts was one of the guys that they thought was going to be a generational talent. Hasn't panned out in Atlanta, and he's been really, really bad.
So many people have tried to hop on the Kyle Pitts train.
There is
the hype train. There's no hype train.
It's like that thing like that you saw at the zoo.
It's out of coal.
Like the kitty train. It's just like choo-choo,
the ones throughout the mall that just circle.
Yeah, that's the Kyle Pitts train if there was one. This guy is a joke. Ricky Pearsall had 1 point in his return. Man, Ricky Pearsall's dealt with a lot of adversity in his career up to this point. And in his first game back, he had 1 point, he had 1 catch, and it was ugly. It was not good. DJ Moore struggling. This is something that we've been monitoring week in and week out with the Chicago Bears.
Well, I benched him, but it didn't matter because
I have what did you play? Parker Washington.
Yep, I played Parker Washington.
I have him on the bus list as well, as he went for 4 points on 2 catches, which is not so great.
We have 2 targets, right? 2 targets, 2 catches?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what happened there. I guess it wasn't really game script for that. I mean, Byshal Tootin got like 12 carries or something.
I know.
Like
I saw that. That was weird.
So that'd be pretty funny if he breaks out this late in the season after I told everybody about him and then cut him from every team. The kid that I was playing against picked up Byshal Tootin. He tried to sneak a win on me, and I beat him by 1 point.
I lost by 5 in the 14-man league. I needed Dak to throw one more passing touchdown in that Monday Night Football game, and then I watched CeeDee Lamb drop the most open pass I've ever seen.
Dak Prescott did definitely play really, really well, and CD is an asset, but another story developing in Dallas is George Pickens. We'll get to that in a little bit. Woody Marks, 6 points. I like him, though, this week. We'll talk about him later. Demont, 4 points in a huge game from his counterpart. David Montgomery was not able to do much out there. Sam Darnold, 4 points. Justin Herbert, 3 points. Those are my 2 busts of the week from the quarterback position.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert got absolutely smacked up and down by Jacksonville. That was ridiculous. Nobody saw that coming.
I feel like that's been every game this year. Like, something happens, you're like, what? What just happened?
Yeah.
But
what's good with P-Wash getting no love in that game.
Yeah, that was I.
Because as I pull up the stats here, I understand Herbert played horribly. 35 points they scored.
I know.
5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And
Were they all passing?
rolling up and down the field? No. And
Okay.
Parker Washington, never mind. Look, this is a guy we were high on. He was due for a poor week. Amon-Ra took a trip to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, and he nearly drowned. That's right. Detroit rolls into Philly in what was an interesting football game. It's pretty funny.
That was a game.
It's pretty funny how the clowns on social media like to say the Eagles are not a serious team. Jalen Hurts is not a serious quarterback. Blah, blah, this and that. I don't know what kind of standard you're holding us to. As long as we're winning games, that's what counts.
Until next week.
However, Dallas Goedert did not play well. I definitely expected him to show up in that game. I didn't think that our passing game was going to be too effective. And really, it wasn't too effective.
No.
At times, it got pretty ugly. But Dallas Goedert, 4 points, not good. And sticking with the tight end position, Oronde Gadsden, 6 points. Shut out in that Jaguars game.
I think Smitty should be on this list too.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he had one catch, 8 yards, and it was in the fourth quarter.
Yes, both Smitty and
He also had 5 targets that game too, so I have no idea what happened.
both Smitty and AJ played poorly. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a whole lot going on with the Eagles. I won't get into it. Back to Amon-Ra, 12 targets, 2 catches on 12 targets. So
Really?
yeah, call it pass rush, call it whatever you want, but man, Quinyon Mitchell just doesn't get the love he deserves. We got a good secondary, man. When Dory Jackson is not picking at the turf on the ground and looking at the cheerleaders on the sideline, it's actually not so bad in our secondary.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, the high-point scorer for the week, gave us 42 points from the quarterback position. He had a whole lot of touchdowns. He could have had even more, but he kept throwing interceptions.
Oh my.
So
How many do you have that game too?
He had 2.
Yeah. Jesus.
Something that he enjoys doing.
He's got a weird history of that, even though he goes off. I don't know. But he did better last year with the picks. But then
He has the Brett Favre gene where he thinks he can be Superman all the time.
yeah. Didn't he have 17 one year?
Sometimes it gets you into trouble. 17? I don't know. Look,
I think
man,
it was 2023. He had
I-
15 plus or something.
it's difficult for me to talk about interceptions without mentioning the man, the myth, the legend, Jameis Winston. 30 and 30. We'll never see it again.
Yeah, we're never seeing that again.
That was unbelievable. He was approaching 40 and 40.
He probably would.
Sean Tucker, 34 points, 3 total touchdowns in the game for the Buccaneers against Josh Allen and the Bills. That is an interesting situation in the backfield. I would like to touch on that in a little bit when we talk about the injuries from this past week, but
Yeah.
definitely of note there. Sean Tucker, 34 points. Will they start using him moving forward? Oof.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, I hope they would.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Travis
He's
Kelce. Oh, go ahead.
He's got the weirdest number. It's 44. I think his number
Yeah,
is on the jersey.
He's got
He's got the JV number.
They had this Scatabo had that number. They had this
I know.
big scary dude, Mike Allstott, back in the day. And
Oh,
I'm pretty
okay.
sure. I'm pretty sure he rocked that number too. He's a bad man.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, 24 points. Mr. Swift has figured it out. He is catching that ball from Patrick Mahomes very well. Whether they win or lose, we don't care. Losing's better than winning.
I got a
for
huge test next week
Kansas
against
City.
Indy.
But in Indianapolis too, which is not an easy place to play right now. But hey, I'm a Kelce owner in one league, and I'm happy about it. 'Cause he's just
I would be too.
He's looking so short-handed right now. Staying at the tight end position, you got Trey McBride going for 27 points. We mentioned on Game Time that Jacoby Brissett was absolutely slanging that thing, threw the
Yeah.
ball 57 times or something like that.
Yeah, it was
And
57.
it did result in, boom, Trey McBride. And who else was a beneficiary of that? Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
This is a guy we did not expect to blow up. We expected him to get some targets, maybe 12, 15, 20 points at best. A bunch of people picked him up and played him. And if you did, you were super happy because he times 3'd your expectation. He gave you 33 points, which is really good for fantasy. Right above him on the list, we got a couple of running backs. We have Kenneth Gainwell breaking out. That was a weird one. Jalen Warren is a good back, but for some reason, Pittsburgh ended up going with Kenneth Gainwell through the air, 8 targets. Resulted in
Really?
80 yards and a couple touchdowns.
What's
yeah.
up with Metcalf?
I don't know. DK is DK's on the list of players to be worried about.
Yeah. I bet they're really regretting getting rid of Pickens.
I bet they're really regretting spending all that money on their defense and then allowing the most yards in the league through the air.
Yeah.
So, or if it's not number one, then it's probably bottom 3. We'll have to look into that. Like I said, running back position, Christian McCaffrey, 35 points. He's got
shocker.
He's going to get 1,000 yards in the ground. He's going to get 1,000 yards in the air.
Again.
You can't stop him. You can't stop him. Bijan Robinson.
Finally.
Bijan. The one kid in my league's got Bijan and JT, so I think I'll have to execute him when he's not looking.
That's
so
scary.
That I can win the league. Ted McMillan had 33 points. James Williams had 20 points. George Pickens had 29 points, catching the ball from Dak Prescott, who had 32. Some really nice performances from players that were turning in maybe not so good performances earlier in the year, like Tet and Jameson Williams. People thought that if they weren't producing right away, they were bust. No, they're actually putting together a couple of nice seasons. Tet's over 700 yards now.
Really?
Yeah, man. He's looking like he's going to move in front of Ekbuka for Offensive Rookie of the Year after that game.
Well, there's always Tyler Warren.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's all hearsay. It's definitely something that we're going to be looking at moving forward, though. Because if Tet can keep the pace, oof, shout out Tet.
Yeah, facts.
We also have Tyrone Tracy, 18 points. He had 2 touchdowns last week, and he is looking forward to playing against a stacked Detroit defense. They do well against the run. Both him and Singletary are hard-nosed runners, but I think that maybe you sit them for next week. I don't know. Travion Henderson, 32 points. Finally had a breakout. Was at
the second one
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And now this week he backs it up with another 32. Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah, Patriots are scary.
Dude, it just took him so long to unleash this guy. We knew he could do this from the start. But
I know.
I don't know.
I guess Ramondre was good enough, and they were still winning games, so they didn't give him much thought. And then Ramondre goes down, and then Travion Henderson's like, watch this. And then there he goes, and has this is his second 30-point game?
Yeah.
Second? Yeah.
I think he had 30 in the. Let me see. He
that
definitely.
Guy, he is a beast, man. He hits the secondary. Dude,
well, he's fast.
Exactly. Once he gets past the secondary, I mean, good luck catching that guy.
Yeah, he had 29, I think, 28 last week. So I mean, he's lightning quick.
Yeah.
He's got great vision. This is a guy that I was super high on at the start of the year, and I talked about how on draft night, I thought that him and his OSU counterpart, Emeka Egbuka, were going to be the 2 wins of the draft, the 2 best offensive players in the draft. I think that if Travion Henderson was getting touches from week 1, he would be Offensive Rookie of the Year, without a doubt.
Yeah.
The last 2 games are just confirming that suspicion. It's a shame because I like to watch Penn State football, and so I like to root against Ohio State, but they're not really competitive anymore. It feels like we're kind of entering Eagles-Cowboys territory with that. That was funny.
Wow.
That was funny, jokey joke.
Oh, wow, you really got me there. I'm so butthurt.
Funny, jokey joke.
Just wait till next week. Just wait.
By me. That's true. Next week, we got the Eagles and the Cowboys facing off. I'm going to be rooting for the Eagles. Noah's going to be rooting for the Cowgirls.
Really? Is that how that goes?
Yes, that's what you're going to be doing. Although, my favorite part about the Cowboys team is the backup running back.
Jaden Blue?
No, Davis.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him. Not gonna lie.
Is it Mark?
Malik. I want to say.
Malik?
I don't know, but Javonte Williams is good enough. So.
Yeah, you guys have a sneaky star in that guy. Jaden Blue looks pretty good too, but yeah, I've been running some tape on that cat, and it looks like it's going to be a Rico Dowdle situation again.
Yeah.
Where next year, either in the next couple of games or next year, this guy's going to all of a sudden be good and then be good on another team. So.
You talk about Malik Davis or whatever.
Yeah, that's something with the Cowboys though.
Yeah.
How do you guys find that talent? Is that Jerry or is that just the scouts? Because you guys.
I think that's just the scouts.
Brand.
I think that's just the scouts. I think he's 26, so I think he's played before. I think they just saw what he could do, and they were like, "Cool, you're our RB2 now." Because Miles Sanders went down. He played well week 1 against you guys, besides the fumble. But I don't know. It's just something about the Cowboys and running the ball. It's just always been a staple for our offense. If we can't, I know Dak throws a lot, and I know Dak's 5th in passing yards right now, but at the same time, Javonte Williams is top 5 in rushing yards. So if the thing about our offense, if we can't establish the run game, then you might as well just take our whole offense out of the playbook. But that's also backs up our O-line, because our O-line is really good this year. Tyler Guyton last week, I know it's Vegas, but Max Crosby's on the edge. He didn't face him that much. Crosby kind of went to steal a lot more, steal side. But this was his first career game with no pressures.
Yeah.
No QB hits, no pressures from Guyton, which was a big step forward because usually he's the guy that false starts, holds, and does everything in between.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that is definitely huge for you guys. He's from Texas. He's a Texas native, so homegrown right there. After the break, we're going to be talking about some players that we want to keep an eye on, some players that we're starting to get worried about, and also the injury situation. We're going to push off the waiver wire acquisitions and starts and sits because we know that is the most interesting part. We're going to edge until the end of the show to release the information about who you should be picking up, dropping, and whatnot. But for now, we will give you a small ear break, but stay tuned in. You're listening to 98.5 WNUW. You're listening to Thursday Night Lineup. Woo! And right now, we're going to give you some more Young Thug. That's Young Thug right there, digits. That's a classic. If you don't like Young Thug, you don't like NBA basketball.
So real.
That's a
unserious league, though.
That's a quote from Charlotte Hornets. No, Sacramento Kings announcer, of course. Good reference. Cross sport. We have that ability here on 98.5 WNUW. It's Thursday. It's Thursday night, which means it's Thursday night football, which means it's Thursday night lineup. Yeah. We're talking about fantasy football, and we left you with the booms and the busts, and we were talking about the guys that you should be keeping an eye on moving forward. Top of the list, we got four young wide receivers. We have Jalen Naylor, Jaden Higgins, Luther Burden, and Trey Tucker. Trey Tucker's coming off a good performance last week from Vegas. He had 4 or 5 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor, a sneaky option in the Minnesota offense where Diva J. Jettas likes to throw his hands up in the air and not block for his teammates. Jaden Higgins, Thursday night football cheese tonight. Maybe think about sliding him into your flex in a 14-man league.
That's what I'm thinking.
Luther,
it's Buffalo, though.
Luther Burden's worth the pickup in a 14-man league, maybe even a 12. I think that somewhere down the line, if DJ Moore continues to struggle or if any sign of injury shows up in that wide receiver core,
he's already gone.
We can start to see this cat, Luther Burden, be open down the field for Caleb Williams.
Luther Burden's gone.
Somebody got him already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Caleb Williams is
It's the guy I'm playing right this week. He's a Bears fan.
Yeah.
So his whole roster is just Bears. It's so funny. He's got a Dunze, Loveland, and Burden all playing.
Playing? Starting? Who are the Bears playing this week?
Pittsburgh.
At home?
I want to say. At home in Chicago.
All right, that could be pretty good for him. Yeah, I was gonna say that might not be a good call, but that might actually end up being okay for him. I don't like the Bears, but I like to give Caleb Williams his flowers when they're not painted onto his nails because he has the ability to extend the play, much like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Sometimes you see Hurts do it even. The rollout, the pump fake, the look, the turn. A quarterback that can do that is very valuable in the NFL. Caleb Williams is able to get himself out of sticky situations.
Yeah.
Another couple guys that I like. Sean Tucker, obviously we're keeping an eye on him, and obviously Travion Henderson. RJ Harvey, waiting for some boost in production there with the Dobbins situation. He's on the IR and not looking
How did he do last week?
Healthy whatsoever. I can tell you in just a moment.
Because this should be the time when Harvey, maybe not blows up, but gets to the progression of being a top running back, especially for fantasy. 'Cause I know he gets a lot of.
Yeah, he was pretty bad last week, or he was pretty bad against Kansas City because they had the. They're one of the best run defenses in the NFL year in and year out. They're on the bye, week 12, so maybe just. Hold on 1 second, I'm checking.
You go. Does he get a lot of targets out of the backfield? I can't remember if he.
They're on the bye. They are on the bye.
Yeah, they are.
12. Yeah, all right. I'm confusing myself over here. What were you saying? Does he get targeted?
Yeah, out of the backfield. I can't remember if he's a.
He has the ability to catch it. He's averaging about 3 targets a game right now. I think they could easily get him more involved if they want.
Yeah.
Again, all those numbers come from playing behind J.K. Dobbins, though. So who's to say it doesn't go up to 5 or something like that? Maybe he turns in those extra targets into something great.
Someone in my 14-man league just dropped I always stumble over his name. It's this Cleveland receiver.
Cedric Tillman.
No, sorry, not
Isaiah
Cleveland. Cincinnati.
Yoshivas?
Yeah. Someone dropped him. I'm picking him up. I'm gonna try and pick him up right now. But
Yeah, that could be a good start this week. I like that.
Because like I just saw it. I'm like, I swear someone picked him off waivers like the second they had a chance, and now he's back.
The quarterback
Might be my flex spot. Because we'll get to it, but Burrow might be playing this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say the quarterback position is you like to hear. I mean, I like to say that it's a very win influence position. If you have a steady leader at the quarterback, it says a lot. It does a lot for the team. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet. But in Cincinnati, there's been, I don't want to use the word turmoil again, but man, I mean, it's been weird with the turf toe situation, and then with dishing Flacco to a division rival. That
really
is
weird.
just, dude. Oh, the Tomlin reaction to that when he had to play Flacco and then he lost. That was like.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That was too good. Cleveland decided to dish him to Cincinnati. It's just too good. They seemed to be very accepting at the time though, and now you have Chase Brown getting some more love, and it seems to be working out. But Burrow coming back is only going to mean good things for the Cincinnati offense. It's been
for sure.
It's been tough for quarterbacks in fantasy this year. It's been the usual suspects that are producing, but then you also have a couple guys like Drake May that are just slinging that rock. Dak Prescott back healthy, throwing a lot of passing touchdowns. So a couple guys we're looking forward to: Matthew Stafford and Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
We're keeping Stafford on the list because he's been playing MVP caliber football, and he's a start every week. And Jacoby Brissett is looking like he could be a start if Arizona is going to want to have him throw the ball that much. He's a heady guy. He played with Tom Brady in New England. He played with the Colts. They handed him the reins, and he won them some games. He was with the Browns too.
Yeah.
He's bounced around. He is the model for
He's the
a heady
he's the
veteran type quarterback.
He's the Fitzpatrick, but better.
Well,
I wouldn't say better, but
I don't think you can even. Yeah, you can.
I'm just saying, like in this retrospect of him being.
It's tough to compare somebody to Fitzpatrick. That guy was everywhere, all at once.
It seems like Jacoby Brissett's soon to be that person, especially after this year. It's very well he could be a top tier backup or even maybe like a starter in like I don't know.
Bro,
Vegas.
if he does good enough, they might pay him. Like Gino got paid.
Yeah, they might pay him and then trade Kyler.
Kyler Murray stinks. Keenan Allen is on poopy watch. He is a wide receiver for the Chargers. Obviously, they have some other players that can catch the ball. That room is a little bit crowded. Analysts say Quentin Johnston is going to be experiencing another uptick across the final third of the season.
Yeah.
Analysts also say A.J. Brown should be experiencing an uptick, but we have him on players to be worried about yet again this week because, well, he's posting on social media, saying funny things in the media. The coaching staff refuses to acknowledge him. He met with the owner. He met with Jeffrey Lurie on the field beforehand. It was organized by Big Dom, the security man. All these things are happening, and what happens in the game against Detroit in prime time? Oh, my gosh. You can't get him the ball. Whatever. DK Metcalf in Pittsburgh. Similar build to A.J. Brown. He's big dude. He's fast. He's got good hands. Or he's supposed to have good hands.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, not having the season that we would have expected, it seems like in my lifetime, it's only been A.B.
Yeah.
They had one good wide receiver, and since then, it's like they always got some mid.
Well, they had Pickens.
They always got some mid. He was so mid.
He was nothing just a diva.
He was nothing compared to what he is in the Cowboys system.
He was just a diva.
They don't know how to use wide receivers over there. Yeah. They had one that had the best footwork.
But they also had Big Ben to give him the football.
They had the best. They had a wide receiver with arguably the best footwork in NFL history. Mm-hmm. He's a top 5 wide receiver ever. And if you say he's not, then I probably can't respect your football opinion. Antonio Brown was that good.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been stinky. They had Chase Claypool was like their next best guy. He had a good season. Yeah. And then he did the TikTok thing and down the hole.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the same with Juju.
Juju was always a bust.
I know, but
Juju
like he's still the TikTok stuff.
Juju
but at the same time,
he was only there.
With AB. With AB though, he had they had Big Ben.
They got Aaron Rodgers right now.
I know, but it's 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. It's not the same Aaron Rodgers that he.
Big Ben played till he was like 100. I mean,
I don't know.
You had a prime Big Ben, yeah, sure, but they had they've had a couple opportunities. I don't know that the quarterback is going to be that big of an influence. Because you could say the same thing for Sam Darnold was absolutely garbage. And then last year he was great in Minnesota. And now this year he's making JSN look like the best wide receiver in football.
Yeah.
So it's like the quarterback argument is tough for a wide receiver. I just think the system in Pittsburgh is broken right now. I don't think that they're set to play winning football.
Yeah.
Their defense busting out on them is not helping either.
Yeah.
BTJ is looking like a whole clown. Brian Thomas Jr. in Jacksonville had health problems, and then he had catching the ball problems, and now he's got confidence problems, which is about the last thing you want to have if you're a football player.
Yeah. And you would think Parker Washington would take over at that point.
Somebody has to.
Someone, right?
Parker Washington had 2 good games. Last game, they were more run-focused, and that seemed to be where the points were coming. They let their defense do their work for them, and then they kind of bled down the Chargers. Bucky Irving and Rachaad White, I have them both on the players to be worried about because, well, Rachaad White didn't do too great in Bucky Irving's absence. He had 1 good game, and Sean Tucker could be breathing down his neck. And Bucky Irving is still here because he's not 100% healthy. He still has the Q.
No. He was limited this week.
Was it something with his foot? Now it's something with his shoulder. I don't know. I was doing my best to try and keep everybody posted. Well, Bucky Irving's back in practice, guys. So maybe he's playing. Just kidding. We're going to have to take a look at tomorrow. Yeah. What will tomorrow bring for us? Sticking with the running back position to round it out here. Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. Should we be worried about Kareem Hunt now that Isaiah Pacheco is back and vice versa? Should we be worried about Isaiah Pacheco? Do you want to start him this week, or are you thinking that Kareem Hunt is going to continue to get the love and the red zone targets?
Well, we know his projections went down, but Pacheco throughout this year in general, before he even got hurt, wasn't playing great.
No, he wasn't.
I mean, to be fair, the Chiefs have been struggling this year, which is like the greatest thing everyone's heard. But
yeah, they're losing the one possession game. They're losing the one possession games.
0-5. I told you this. They're 0-5 in one possession games this year.
That's how you know it's all scripted. That is how you know it's all scripted, guys. Look at the Denver game, and then look at the Denver game against the Eagles. It's all happening how it's supposed to. We're just here for the ride, trying to find the guys that get targets. That's it. That's all we're doing.
But nice little side rant there. But
Not a rant, man. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Can't handle the truth. Do you know what movie that's from?
I feel like
not
off the top of my head, but I know what the line is from.
Oh my gosh, this brother is so young. Oh my gosh.
I'm not that. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Can we go back to Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco?
Yes.
Okay. I do think Kareem Hunt's still going to get the red zone targets, like rushes, because Pacheco is still nurturing, I think, and he still has to come back from injury. So I think this week Kareem Hunt has a chance to land those touchdown or 2 that he usually needs to be a valuable flex spot. But I feel like both of them are very hesitant plays because Pacheco's already been struggling. So it's really hard to – I don't think I'll start Kareem Hunt this week. And then, of course, watch. He's going to have like 3 different rushing touchdowns in the red zone.
Brashard Smith. No, I'm just kidding. I do like Brashard Smith. I think this is somebody they're going to be using a lot next year unless they make a move. Well, no, they don't want to make a move. They could have gotten Breece Hall.
Yeah. They tried to.
It's not going to get much better in the bro. Imagine
they tried.
Imagine
they gave him they offered. I think they offered the Jets a 4th, and they wanted a 3rd.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, why wouldn't you just give them the 3rd round pick?
Bro, give him a 2nd.
Like, I don't know why you. I don't. They're asking for a 3rd. That's honestly a steal.
People just don't value running backs in the modern NFL.
But it's Breece Hall.
Bro, they got to get K9. That would be horrendous for the league if they got K9.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Because he's up after this year, right? He's like the only one.
I thought he had
that's
one more.
I thought he was the only one that was up after this year, like the only big one.
Hold on, I'm looking.
But yeah, I mean, I do not want to talk about the Chiefs anymore. I won't hold you. We do have some waiver wire ads and drops to go over. I guess we'll just talk about them after the next break.
Oh, you are right. He'll be a free agent in 2026.
Yeah. We'll be talking about the waiver wire ads and drops after the next break. We'll be bringing you some of that. First, I want to talk about injuries. Kayshon Boutte, the Booty Man.
The Booty Man.
This guy was injured. He had something with his hamstring. Went down clutching it, and a lot of people thought this is it for him, right? Stephon Diggs, Mac Hollins, backpack to the moon.
Yeah.
No, the Booty Man's back. He wasted no time coming back. Had a full practice. No questionable designation whatsoever.
Yay.
Now, Matthew Golden. This news is useless considering they drafted this guy to not throw him the ball.
Yeah. Jordan Love. Let's go, Jordan Love.
Jordan loves to throw it to Christian Watson and Tucker Kraft. That's what he loves.
Well, Tucker Kraft's not an option anymore.
No, you got the ACL, John. Yeah, Luke Musgrave had like a catch for negative yards or something in the last game. BTJ is limited on Thursday. Doesn't even matter if you have him. Don't play him. He's a loser. Emeka Egbuka, illness. He's probably fine, but keep an eye. Keep monitoring the situation with Tampa Bay. We talked about a couple other options on that team that could be getting some love. Oh, Sean Tucker. Moving forward. I know Kate Otten. They're saying
Didn't
that
you
Kate
bench Sean Tucker?
Yeah, I did. They're saying that Kate Otten is going to be a good tight end acquisition. He's projected a lot of points this week.
Romeo Dobbs is also questionable.
Romeo Dobbs also questionable. Whoa, Nelly.
Wrist. Limited practice on Thursday.
The helmet man. Romeo bobblehead.
The cranium.
Dobbs. Yeah, the cranium. Xavier Worthy was limited today. I do like Xavier Worthy. I hate to see him in Chiefs red. The more that he is healthy for them, the better for Patrick Mahomes because he can space the field out using Rashee Rice.
Yeah.
Rashee Rice is so good. He is a criminal, but he's a good football player. Every once in a while you get that, criminal, just like a guy just like did crimes.
Yeah.
Just like still allowed to play.
It's like every other Cowboys player ever.
Yeah, every once in a while, and by every once in a while, I mean every year with a bunch of players across a bunch of different leagues because it's simulated battle. We could give a crap about what they're doing off the field. If they're making millions of dollars and they're on TV and I can put them in his commercial, oh my gosh.
Old Spice.
Yeah, seriously.
Did you,
Old Spice.
bro? That's funny with the CeeDee Lamb thing. You remember how they benched CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens
Bro, I
on
seen
the
CeeDee
first
Lamb
drive?
at Target. You can smell like CeeDee Lamb. They have him like on an Old Spice thing.
So in the Raiders game, they for discipline they sat out George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb for the first drive of the game. Granted, they went 3 and out, of course, right? Yeah. But it was because that him and Pickens were out at the casinos in Vegas till like 7:30 in the morning and reported back like really tired, and Shoddy was like, no. Rumor has it someone saw CeeDee Lamb throwing up in a
I heard
casino.
that. I heard somebody saw CeeDee Lamb yakking in a trash can. I heard that.
That's so funny. But I'm glad I'm glad they're both getting along though, because
they're living their best life, man.
Yeah.
They're living their best life. That's important for those guys. They get to do what they want. I mean, if I was making millions and millions of dollars.
I mean, I think they both had combined 200 yards in that game. Yeah. So they could do whatever they want, dude.
Plus, it's not criminal to gamble.
No.
Well, not yet.
Not anymore.
Well, it depends. If you're Emmanuel Clase or Ortiz or Shohei's interpreter, because it definitely wasn't Shohei.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah,
totally.
All of them are gambling, bro. Look, back to Rashee Rice. I ask you this question, Patrick Mahomes. I ask you this question, Travis Kelce. I ask you this question, Andy Reid. Would you still be wearing the shirt that says "Free 4" if it was your mother or sister that got hit by Rashee Rice's Corvette? Would you still be wearing that shirt if it was your little girl that got hit with the shrapnel that came off the back of the car that Rashee Rice ran into with his Corvette while he was drag racing? I don't know. I'm an Eagles fan. What do I know? I like the Eagles. That's what I like. I like watching the Eagles play football. And we beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl because they're a bunch of bozos.
Oh, my God.
And they've lost every one-possession game this year.
They have.
And that's what started this whole little thingamabob. At the QB position, we have Dak Prescott. He's been playing pretty well this season. I'm thinking maybe you sit him this week. The Eagles' defense has been hot.
We'll see.
He's limited.
He always loves to play well in the NFC East.
Well,
though.
yeah, I know. At home against the Eagles, he could go for like 40
or 10.
No, he's not gonna go for 10. He's not gonna. He'd go for like the smallest he go for is like 14, 15. But if you have another quarterback, you can get better than that. He's not gonna throw up a deuce. But I think that the Eagles defense is gonna come ready to play. It's gonna be divisional. He's gonna find Pickens deep because we're gonna be keyed in on Lamb. Yeah. But I mean, we'll have to monitor the Dak Prescott hip situation.
He's expected to play. I think they're just gonna limit him this week.
Who knows? Imagine he turns in a poor session tomorrow or something. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden,
that means
you're starting
Joe Milton,
bro. Trey Lance.
The gunslinger himself. Trey Lance on the
What
Chargers.
happened to Trey Lance? That guy was
I have
expected to
no
be like
idea.
such a good
No
quarterback
idea.
in the NFL.
Could not tell you.
Went to the Niners, then came to the Cowboys. Everybody's like, "Oh, we them boys. He's gonna get us. He's gonna get a spot. He's gonna get some reps."
Yeah.
And he was horrible.
People thought he was gonna replace Dak
He
after he got hurt. Like you know how like Dak replaced Romo.
yeah.
It was gonna. They were like thinking that was gonna be Cannon and that was gonna be Lance's time to shine. And
Trey
he just-
Lance is not a good quarterback. Yeah, no. Well, Joe Milton's fun. He's got some arm strength.
That's about it though.
Yeah. Michael Penix's season is over. He's got the ACL injury, and he's going to be undergoing surgery. So that's not good.
No.
Josh Jacobs is doing individual drills on the sideline right now. He injured his knee last week.
Yeah. He's week to week.
Keep an eye on Josh Jacobs. Travis Etienne is non-contact at practice this week after injuring the shoulder, and his backup, rookie VTech Energizer Bunny, Byshell Tootin, is resting up due to an ankle injury that he picked up in the big win against the LA Farters. Michael Carter is the man for Arizona on Sunday. You can just about stamp it.
Yeah.
Bam Knight may be healthy enough to get some touches, but DeMarcado and Benson are still out with an out, not even
Who do they even
playing
have?
at all. So in front of them it'll be Bam Knight and Michael Carter.
Oh, okay.
But Michael Carter will be playing because Bam Knight has the Q.
Yeah.
Doesn't look healthy. Samaje Perine still questionable, more likely doubtful. So Chase Brown will continue to eat. Yum,
Yeah.
yum, 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 yum.
No.
My cousin Chase Brown. We share the same name. Bucky Irvin is coming back this week. Well, we'll see
see.
after practice tomorrow. Let's monitor the Bucky situation. He's projected 11
I
or
might have-
12. You got Sean Tucker projected
Yeah.
4. You got Rashad White projected like 7. That's really weird.
Yeah. I might have no choice but to play him.
Those numbers tell me it's going to be K-Dot.
Yeah. But I feel like if Bucky plays, I feel like I'm obligated to start him. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I know you say sit him, but it's still Bucky Irving. And I mean, he's had all this rest, so he's had all this time to nurture it. And I'm sure I'm sure they haven't rushed him back because the Buccaneers have been playing relatively well this year, and they're probably still going to win their division, even though the Panthers are kind of playing
that
well
division
this year.
is so bad.
Panthers are playing well this year.
Yeah, I know, but the Falcons have an unbelievable offensive line, and if healthy, one of the best defenses in the league, and they're third in that division.
Yeah.
That division.
And then there's just the Saints.
Yeah. Stinky poo-poo. I do not like the Saints. Travis Hunter is out for the year still for Jacksonville. Just keeping him on there because I wanted to reminisce on good times. I made a trade for that dude, and then he got hurt the next week. Marvin Harrison Jr. will miss another game.
Mhm.
He had to pop that appendix out. It was spilling poison into his body while that was happening. Michael Wilson got 15 catches for 185 yards. Drake London could have torn his PCL. Not surprised if they just pack it up for the year.
Yeah. Was it Penix? It was Penix's third ACL tear in his career?
Oh, yeah, he's got bad knees. I
Yeah.
forgot about
It's
that.
his third? Yeah.
He's got bad knees, dude. Yeah.
But do you really want to give it over to Kirk O'Chains?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Back to Mr. London. You can meet me at the London. Yeah. Mr. London, the PCL joint is extremely important.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, that's down there in the knee. It's right in there with the MCL, the LCL, and the
ACL.
ACL. I'm not 100% sure why Drake London can't stay on the field. He seems to
Could be workload.
struggle when I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's it. I don't
Could
know
be
how
wear and tear.
I don't know how to explain this Drake London situation. He gets a lot of targets. When he gets a lot of targets, he does well with them.
Yeah.
When he's not getting a lot of targets, he does his part run blocking, and he looks like he's trying. He looks like he's bought into the team, but injuries with him tend to linger,
Yeah.
and they keep him out for long periods of time. In London's first 2 years, I haven't been fully impressed. The only time we've seen him really kind of show his true colors and step out of his comfort zone is when he's getting those double-digit targets.
Yeah.
The Drake London situation is definitely one that leaves a question mark in my head. Is it because he's in Atlanta? Is it because they don't know how to utilize weapons? I don't know, but this thing with
Atlanta-
the PCL, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Don't be surprised if he just does not play for a while.
I mean, you have to preserve him. Drake London's a really good receiver, and I mean, dude, the Atlanta Falcons have been the weirdest team. I think the weirdest by far this season.
Extremely unpredictable.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they'll look like they're how they're supposed to look, and then the next week they'll like, who did they just lose to?
Carolina.
Yeah, like then
They just lost to Carolina in OT.
they'll drop like random games that they shouldn't lose. It's really weird, and now that they're all injured, it's over. And we were talking about this earlier with Bijan, with his workload. It's only a matter of time before he goes down.
Yeah,
and then Tyler Algier to the rescue.
Tyler Algier is going to be gnarly. I think that Bijan's just got that. He's got that oomph. He's got that Saquon gene, the Josh Jacobs gene that you can't teach a gene. Moving to the quarterback position, C.J. Stroud has the concussion and he's still out. I might pick up Davis Mills for Thursday Night Cheese tonight. I'm really thinking about
Thursday Night Cheese.
Jaden Daniels' elbow is going to be reevaluated after the bye week this week, so he's probably talking with the doctors today or tomorrow.
I feel like the same issue with the Commanders as the Falcons. Just chop it, bro. Let them be healthy. Let them rest.
They do have some youth, but
They're
3-8. The Falcons have a lot of youth. The Commanders have some youth, but then they also have like a bunch of vets that like aren't that good.
Yeah.
So
Bobby Wagner's second in tackle still.
So oh wow.
Yeah.
So he's good, but
he's still good.
Bad defense. He's on a bad defense. They're a terrible pass defense.
Yeah.
Dalton Kincaid with the hamstring injury, he is on the IR for the Bills. So
I think he's just out. I don't know if he's on the IR. I think he's just
out.
out.
On the IR.
Yeah.
I thought they were putting him on the IR.
No, I think he's just out for now. But that means more targets for Dawson Knox.
Yeah, they're keeping Keon Coleman on the bench.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw on Twitter yesterday. They are keeping Keon Coleman placed firmly on the bench. So, what's that cat's name? Josh Palmer, along with Khalil Shakir, will be getting those targets, man.
Well, it's just the Josh Allen show in Buffalo. Let's be honest. And James Cook.
Mr. Cook. Yeah, I love James Cook.
James Cook is so good.
Excuse me, a little burp on the air right there accidentally snuck out of me. Didn't even mean for that to happen.
Attaboy.
Excuse me. Stay tuned. After this short break, we're going to be bringing you waiver wire ads and drops. Who's still available in your league, and should you go pick them up or not? Well, stay tuned. We're going to let you know. We also have our starts and stits here on 98.5 WNUW Thursday Night Lineup. Listomania by Phoenix here on 98.5 WNUW. How can you not love it? That's some good music off one of the best albums of all time. I would love to see Phoenix live. I heard it's a real trip, a real surreal experience. I haven't been to too many concerts myself.
Never been to one.
In fact, I've only been to one football game, one Eagles game.
Really?
No. I've only been to one NFL game, one Eagles game. I've been to football games.
I've been to AT&T Stadium more times than I can count.
That's unbelievable.
I've been 3 times. Two of which for
more times than he can count. Oh my God!
It was twice for actual games and then once for some other event. Oh no, I've been in AT&T Stadium 4 times.
Oh.
My sister had a cheer competition in a AT&T Stadium. She got to walk on the field through the tunnel, and I'm very jealous about that.
How did she have a cheer? Did she used to live down there?
Mm-mm. So they traveled to it. So certain like bigger cheer competitions they do in like certain places like Disney, Texas, and such.
Ever been to a playoff game there?
No, because I don't have. I would be broke if I went to a playoff game in AT&T Stadium.
I don't know if they've ever had any.
They did, and you know what they did. They lost to the Jordan Love in the back, and they put Zeke under center.
Oh no! I love being an Eagles fan.
I'm sure you do.
Noah, who should we be picking up and dropping this week? Well, we have some answers. If Michael Wilson is still available, go get him.
Yep.
And guess what? Throw in Greg Dortch on there. If you're in a
why
14-man or a 12-man, I think you might as well go get him. He caught all 6 of his passes last week, and Marv is still not back. So
we do know that, and we do know Jacoby Brissett loves to throw the football a lot.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett has no problem uncorking that John, as they say. Andre Yoshivas we have as a pickup because he's on the Bengals.
Working on that right now.
Yeah, and Jamar Chase is SSPD for spitting on somebody.
Yes.
You shouldn't be doing.
Let's go.
Is that good sibilance on the mic? Is that good? Yeah, it's really good for listening. It's good for audio. Audio engineers love that kind of stuff.
No, that's real good. Real
That's
good.
their favorite.
I can't believe he did that and then denied it.
Daryl Hodge and Darnell Mooney go and get him in Atlanta because Drake London messed up his PCL, as we talked about. The Philadelphia Catholic League. He messed it up, and now he's going to be out for a little while.
You were hating on Darnell Mooney.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'd love to do that. Yeah, he's not good. He's not, like,
But he's all they
top-tier wide
got.
receiver.
He's all they got in Kyle Pitts.
Cousins made him look good last year, so a lot of people are saying he's going to throw the ball to him again in this upcoming game, which is why I'm covering my bases and saying pick him up. But I'm not about. You think I'm about to pick him up? You got me crazy. Luther Burden, that's a guy I'd invest in if I had a winning team. I like Luther Burden. Rashid Shaheed, I think that this is another guy who a lot of people dropped because he hasn't really done much.
He's on my waivers.
But he will be good in the future. JSN is going to continue to have this year, and one small injury to anybody over there will prove to be good for Mr. Shaheed. Moving to the running back position, Josh Jacobs is hurt, therefore Emmanuel Wilson is going to get, a couple of rushing touchdowns this week, so go ahead and pick him up.
Who they play this week?
Minnesota is...
Oh, right. Yeah.
They got Minnesota at home.
Right.
They're a division rival, and Minnesota is bottom 3 in passing for fantasy this year. Wide receivers going up against Minnesota in fantasy football score the third most points or the second most points in the NFL so far in ESPN fantasy football format.
How do we feel about the Bears being at the top of the NFC North?
I feel great, man. They don't
Bears.
They don't belong there. They're not going to stay there. I feel great.
So funny.
I can only root for DeAndre Swift. Go Prep, man.
That's fair.
Emmanuel Wilson will be getting the touches. I think he's going to explode in that game, so pick him up if you haven't already. Oh my gosh, let me in your league. Tyler Algier is the backup for the Atlanta Falcons, and we like him as a security blanket because Bijan, something could happen at any moment. And they like to give him touches anyway. Same thing with Jordan Mason, right? We were saying have him in case of Aaron Jones going down. Aaron Jones went down, and Mason put up a couple 13, 15, 20 type performances. Nothing crazy, but, he's still getting the ball. He's still getting touches.
I got Byshell Tootin on my waivers.
Byshell Tootin, snag him. I would snag him 100%.
Tajay Spears on my waivers, too.
Yeah, I have him as well on a different team just because I think that league's 10.
Who do I drop?
That might be a 10-man where Tajay.
I'll drop Chris Rodriguez.
No.
I don't know who else to drop.
Chris Rodriguez, didn't he got like 15 carries last week. Don't drop him. Yeah.
Do I drop JCM?
Yes.
All right. I'll get to that. We'll worry about that off air.
Well, people are saying JCM might get touches later in the year.
Yeah, but that's
like week 14, 15, 16. Well, I don't know.
We'll see. We'll talk about it after. We'll talk about it off air.
They're not trying to win games. That's all that matters. Sean Tucker, pick him up. Obviously, somebody did because he had 30-something points in the last game, but we like him there. Devin Neal, for the young cat from New Orleans, Alvin Kamara may or may not have gotten 22 carries. That may be AI. I don't know if I'm seeing that right.
I thought the guy behind Kamara got hurt. That's probably why.
Kendre Miller?
Yeah.
He's out for the year.
Yeah, so.
That was happened a while ago.
Yeah.
Devin Neal has been backing up Kamara mainly in the pass game, but hey now, 4 carries or something, or maybe he had more than 4 last week, but more involvement, higher percentage on the snap count, so we could be seeing him getting phased in. Kamara's been dealing with an ankle almost the whole year. He's got the Q a lot, so sticking in New Orleans, I know it's not really a good team. There's not much going on, but Juwan Johnson keeps turning in 10-point performances. Yeah. I can go ahead and
fact check that.
Back up my data for you in just a moment here. Juwan Johnson last week, 19. Week before that, 12.1. Week before that, 10. Week before that, 12.9. So he's turning in a couple nice performances. Tyler Shuck seems to like throwing the ball to Juwan Johnson if he feels like he needs a safety outlet, and that makes sense. This happens with a lot of rookie quarterbacks. We saw the emergence of Harold Fannin once Dylan Gabriel got the start. Another tight end that is back, Brenton Strange. Pick up Brenton Strange if you don't have a tight end. If you have tight end problems, go ahead and grab Brenton Strange. Trevor Lawrence likes Brenton Strange. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. He does like him. So if we're having a target debate, if Parker Washington is no longer getting the ball, dude, I really like Brenton Strange as the next guy up in that debate. And finishing off this week with our starts and our sits. This is what everybody comes here for. This is what we kind of hit a couple of them already.
Yeah.
But this is what the people want to hear. Give me 1 second here.
Got to scroll.
Load it up. Yeah, I was hitting the little scroll machine.
We're hitting the bottom of this document. We're running out of fantasy football to talk about.
Woody Marks against Tennessee. Oh, yeah. Woody, man. The How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Or is he against Buffalo this week? Hold on one sec.
Buffalo.
Double check.
Buffalo.
Is Buffalo
Thursday
this
night
week?
cheese. Thursday night cheese.
So he's got. Oh my God, he's on tonight.
Yeah.
Rudy Mark's on tonight.
Thursday night
Oh,
cheese,
am I
bro.
looking at the wrong? Oh. Just dropped my phone. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Tennessee. Oh, he had six. He had 6 against Tennessee last week. Woody Marks did. Now he's playing against Buffalo. He's been letting up a ton of run game. They did that to Sean Tucker last week, so maybe they'll do the same to Woody Marks. Alvin Kamara, yay! Start him. Emmanuel Wilson, start him as well because the guy in front of him's hurt. Michael Wilson, start him too. Christian Watson, I didn't even realize we got 2 minutes left. Christian Watson, we're starting him. He did well last week, 2 touchdowns. Andre Yoshivas, we're picking up and we're starting him. And as for the tight end position, we do like Loveland because Pittsburgh is a terrible pass D. Jawan Johnson because he's been getting love from Tyler Shook. And A.J. Barner had like 10 targets or something nutty last week. So maybe he follows that up with something similar. Sits for this week. Anybody in the Buccaneers backfield. Followed up by anybody in the Arizona backfield. Followed up by anybody in the Tennessee backfield. Stay away from all those players. I also don't like Kyle Monangai this week. Jaden Higgins as well. I think we're sitting him. Ricky Pearsall, I think we're sitting him. 2 poor performances last week against teams that had weak secondaries. Jerry Jeudy as well. Yeah. And moving to the tight end position, Kyle Pitts and T.J. Hawkinson. 2 bust machines all year this year.
With London being out, you think Kyle Pitts loses targets?
I think you sit Kyle Pitts. I think if you're starting Kyle Pitts, it's the equivalent of beating a dead horse. That's my opinion.
That's fair.
Same thing with T.J. Hawkinson.
I feel like every year everyone's like, "Oh, Kyle Pitts! I swear,
this
is the year he's gonna go off."
He's the Clippers of the NFL. It's the same. You're totally right.
He's gonna go off this year. I promise. And
every
then
year,
nothing.
In the draft this year, in the draft group chat fantasy football, this kid drafted him. As soon as he drafted, it was like round 10 or something. I texted. I said, "Gabe just lost," and everybody laughed. They thought it was hilarious. Kyle Pitts is not good. Hey, that's going to do it for us. We're edging right up against time. 6 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
For Thursday night lineup. That does it this week. I'm Owen. In front of me is Noah. We'll be back in here 5 to 6 next week.
Yes.
And stay tuned for some NFL action tonight because it's Thursday night football. If you have anybody who's playing for the Bills or the Texans, maybe you start them for the cheese. Maybe you start them for the cheese.
The cheese.
Thanks for tuning in to 98.5 WNUW here at Newman. We'd like to keep it fresh. We're going to keep you on a nice outro here. We got some good music, I believe, if I can see from across the screen. No, I can't see who it is. That's all right. Have a good night, folks.